Hi everyone, I'm Irat Fajimi. I'm a professional makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria, and in today's video we'll be talking about how to get the perfect everyday makeup look. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos.
As always, I'll be starting off with skincare, and to really keep my skin clear, I'll be using the Garnier micellar water. I'll be pouring a little bit on my cotton pad and applying it all over my face. For the lips, I'm going to be taking Vaseline Lip Therapy and applying a very generous layer. As always, I love doing this because by the time it gets to the lips, it really sinks in. And next, I'm going to be using this moisturizer, and this is from Msmetics. I love it. I've been using this for long and I just use what I love. It has been working great, so I'm just rubbing that in and taking it down the neck as well. Moving on, I'll be using an hydrating primer from Omaricode. And honestly, if you're trying to make your foundation last longer, try to use a primer. Like, not to prime is a crime. It's late already here, so I'm just going to remove my the makeup on my face as soon as I'm done with this tutorial. Normally I shouldn't be using my primer since I'm not wearing my makeup out, and I'm going to wipe it off after this tutorial. So I'm just doing this to remind you all that using a primer will allow your face makeup go on smoother and also last longer. I'm going to be taking a mattifying primer, and this is from Pond's Lasting Oil Control Primer. I'm going to be applying it on my oily T-zones. I really love this. It works to control the oil for a long time, and makeup on top of this is just incredible. So applying a nice layer on my T-zones and tapping it in, making sure it's nice and absorbed. Then I'm just going to spray a light mist of the Kiss Beauty setting spray. Moving on to the brows, I'll be using classic lash glue with a spoolie to keep the brow hairs tamed and in place. And you have to comb through the brows with the spoolie fast because this glue dries down quickly. Using benign loose powder in Chestnut, I'll be prepping my eyebrows and applying the powder with a makeup wedge, and this is going to give me more control while drawing my brows. Then I just brush the product through. Pencil, I'm using the Devisating pencil, which I love. I'm going to lightly draw a line on the top and bottom, tracing my eyebrow shape. And then I'm just going to fill in the hairs by doing hair-like strokes. And I'm just going in to really make sure that it's nice and structured and still perfect for an everyday makeup look. Right now, I'm going to define my eyebrows with concealer, and I'm using Zikel Concealer. I'm using Toast and Fun. I'm just going to use a flat tip brush by Evita Joseph along with my Zikel Concealer in Fun, then go tightly underneath my brows in the direction of the brows to highlight. I'm also taking Zikel Concealer in Toast on the top of my eyebrows to really carve out the shape. I'm just basically repeating what I did for the bottom brows on the top, but with a darker concealer this time around. I'm just going to use a fluffy synthetic blending brush to blend everything into the skin. I'm going to go on with my V Beauty powder palette, and I'm mixing 2 shades closer to my skin color, and I'm just going to apply it on the concealed area to mattify and set it. Into the eye, I'm going to be taking my Tara eyeshadow base and I'm just going to pack that onto the lid and blend it. This will ensure the eyeshadow colors look vibrant, it stays in place for a longer time and also does not fade away. I'm going to go into my Full Face of Grace eyeshadow palette and I'm going to use a brown shade. I'm going to pack it on the eyelid. Now mixing orange and yellow shade to blend out the eyeshadow look. I'll be taking my Zaron gel liner and I'm going to start off on the inner corner using small lines and strokes, and I'm just trying to build it up. Once I'm satisfied with one eye, I'll do the same with the other one and try to keep it as symmetrical as possible. For foundation, I'm going to be taking Milani foundation and mixing shade 13 and 14. This is my tried and true. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to be dabbing that in, and as I always like to start kind of in the center of the face, and I'm just applying the foundation with a damp beauty sponge from Wynkk to blend that product in. As always, I really love using very thin layers and building up. That's my philosophy. I like to go in with little as I need and then I can always build on, but taking away is generally hard when it comes to makeup, and this foundation has a beautiful coverage, so you really don't need much, and as you can see, it's really adding a very beautiful base on. For concealer, I'll be going in with Zikel Concealer and Nuban Beauty Concealer, and I can't recall the shade, but I'll check it for you and type it in the description below. So I'm just going to apply layer by layer and use the tapered area of my damp beauty blender to tap in the concealer and blend well. For blush, I'm going to be taking the V Beauty lip palette and I'm mixing two reddish colors, so I'm just going to be taking the excess off on the back of my hand and then applying it on my cheekbones. Using my beauty sponge, I'll be diffusing it towards the temple, pushing it in and upwards, and I'm basically trying to give it a C shape from the top of the temple down to the cheekbone. This is really going to create that beautiful blend, and I'm just tapping that blush in again, but in a very light motion this time around, just really bringing the color and dimension to my face. So once I do that, I'll go in with my Airspun setting powder to set my face, and I'm putting that underneath my eyes, my forehead, you know, my nose, chin. I'm using the Milani pressed powder in deep. Now I'm going to go ahead and sculpt while using a fluffy angled brush to diffuse the contour, and I'm using the True Complexion contour palette. To contour my nose, I'll start by using a smaller shading brush to draw contour lines from my nose to my brow bone and then smudge them together to create a more natural cast than a ash line, you get. I'm performing this step on both sides of the bridge of my nose, and I'm also applying it right below my inner brow. One thing about nose contour is the closer you are to the bridge of the nose with your bronzer, the more cinched the effect will be. I'm going to go in with my CPD blush palette and mix these two blush, then tap it to remove any excess, and just lightly blending on the apples of my cheeks, but focusing it higher up on the cheekbones. To clean up the contour, I grab my Airspun translucent setting powder and a powder puff, and you can use anything that you like. So I'm just basically drawing a line where I want my contour to be cleaned up, as you can see me doing here. And I like to leave this on for a few minutes. And now I'm going in with a gel liner, which is from Zaron, and using a felt tip liner. All I did is to make sure that the felt tip liner is fully saturated in the inky black liner, and I'm just being careful not to poke myself in the eye. Using these lashes from Wynkk, and I've already applied the glue on my lashes. I'm just waiting for it to get tacky before putting it on. Now I'm gently placing the strip on my eyelid and positioning it as close as possible to my natural lashes. Now it's time to take away all that setting powder, and this is just going to help me clean up that contour, like you can see here. And I'm using a smaller brush for this region because it's closer to my eyes. So when you are doing anywhere close to your eyes, don't use a brush that is too big because it can poke you in your eye. The lips, I'm going to take Imagic lip palette, and I'm going to be applying a light pink shade on my lips. For lip liner, I'm going to be taking a chocolate brown shade that's going to match the lipstick I'm using, and I'm just going to be following the natural shape of my lips. I really want to go with a gloss for this look, so I'm taking this Zaron lip gloss together with classic lip gloss and applying that all over the lips, just basically creating, you know, a eye shine gloss effect. Next, I'm going to be using this mascara from Zaron, and I'm going to tilt my head down so that my lower lashes are parallel to the mirror. This will make it more visible, and it helps me avoid smudging the mascara. Using my mascara wand, I'll be wiggling the brush bristles through my lashes in short and backward motions. To finish off my look, I'll be using my Nuban beauty spray to set my everyday makeup look by spraying it all over my face. This will make my makeup last all day. Now I'm just using the fan to make it dry fast. Right here, I like to take my damp beauty blender and just make sure all the lines are nice and blended out. Lastly, I'll be going with my Revolution palette to highlight, and I'm going to apply it to the peak part of my cheekbones so that when my face turns, there's that, you know, really nice shine. And I also apply it to the tip and bridge of my nose. So this, guys, this is how to get the perfect everyday makeup look. I've been wanting to do this for ages.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below on what you think about this look, and let me know what you'd like to see in my next look. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.